Welcome to Knit One.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Episode 16.
Yay! I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D on Sheila D37 on Ravelry and Spark People.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wenny on Ravelry and Penny Wenny 2 on Spark People. And I'm giving a shout out to Tanya Crafts and Cabaret Kitty. Welcome to my Spark People friend group.
I think they might have friended me too. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. 2 people did friend me, and I forgot to write it down.
I went and checked this morning because I was tracking.
Yeah, I wasn't keeping track. My mistake.
And for those of you that are on a weight loss journey, we started a weight loss encouragement thread on our group. So
and it's quite active.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of people telling their stories.
And we're thinking of some sort of challenge.
Yeah.
You know, like a small challenge, nothing elaborate, but, we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. I think maybe August.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
August will be the month of let's lose weight in August, and we'll come up with some ideas. I have some ideas for prizes, and they'll be random. And so if you're thinking about losing weight, start telling yourself, hey, maybe I'm going to start on August 1st.
Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to start tomorrow.
Man.
But good thing is I haven't gained any more. I've just maintained it, which, considering what the hell I've been going through.
I know. That's good.
Sorry. Considering what we've been going through,
You have
not
a
bad.
censor in the audience.
Yes.
Beep!
He censors me, which
This
he
is
has
why-
every right to.
This is why I always say it's PG, parental guidance suggested, because we try not to use
I think we do a pretty good job.
swears. But I don't know. Some people might feel that the HE double hockey sticks word is,
I swear.
Well,
Well,
we try to, and I use the word crap a lot. I know. I'm sorry. I don't think
in my
that's a
household,
swear, but
any of those is not called for, and I actually have been getting yelled at for using. I'm going to use it now, Max, so don't yell at me. Friggin'.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been getting yelled at because we don't like any. Sorry.
I do
see
use
a
the word
piece
freaking. My kids use freaking, too.
Freaking, that's probably
Freakin's not so bad. Friggin' sounds kind of bad, I'm just going to say.
I know.
All right. So, well,
While you're here,
once again,
off in the distance.
off into the.
So let's jump on in onto
Yes.
the dance card. You go first this week.
It's me?
Yeah, I went last week.
Oh, man. All right. On the dance
I
card.
can go every week.
I know. You like to go first. All right. On the dance card, I still have Catkin on the dance card. And for those of you on Clark, I'm just going to tell you that in my head, I'm in a secret race with Becky from Addicted to Yarn.
Go, Becky!
I don't think she knows this. But
I think she does now.
She does now, but in my head, I was like, I must beat her. I don't know if I'm ahead of her or not, but I thought I was going to finish this by today, and I'm sad that I didn't. So here it is. I just...
the hoodie.
Okay.
Is it on one? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I'm in the
between.
middle of a row.
See, I told you to finish a row.
I know. I just didn't bother. I'm lazy. So this is, I finished chart 2. You can kind of see that it's these chevrons. And I'm going to say that the pattern told me to use the lighter yarn here and the darker yarn here because the texture would show better. And when I had my yarn skeined up, I thought it was going to be more tonal. But it really, look how different that looks.
Yeah.
It really did not knit up the way it did in the ball. So you can't see the texture as much, but I still really kind of like the way that it looks, and I'm glad that I did this on here. I had the worst time with this section of the pattern because all it is knit 2, purl 2 in a chevron. Like you would think that would be easy, but when I was on the back side, I couldn't see what I was doing, and I kept getting off track, and it was a nightmare. I don't know. I felt like I was so glad when I was done with that chart. Now I'm on the 3rd chart. You can see the beginning of the little catkins here. I think catkin is another word for pussy willow.
Oh, all right. That makes sense.
So you can see, I'm trying to, okay, let me just do it this way. There we go. There's one of the little catkin heads right there. I'm having a hard time right there where my finger is, where my finger's covering. Yeah, I'm on that. This is a much easier part of the pattern, and I'm on row, I'll tell you, I'm on row 50 of 76.
Oh, wow.
So I'm almost done. Once I get Sorry. Once I get that done, I will be binding off. So maybe by next week. I think if I have actual knitting time this week, by next week. So that's one thing. The other thing about the catkin pattern, I don't know if anyone else who's knit this had this problem, but for some reason, the third chart, you have to work from 3 separate charts. So there's 2A, 2B, and 2C. I guess it's chart 2. I'm sorry. The first chart wasn't really a chart. It was just knitting. I get confused. In section 3, it's chart 2A, 2B, and 2C. And I'm looking at it, and I really don't understand why there are 3 charts. Because it looks to me, I mean, you're doing pretty much the same thing. I'm not really clear on why it wouldn't, maybe because it has quadrants. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around why there would be 3 charts. It seems to me, and maybe I'm just stupid, like you could have just had one bigger chart. I don't know. Maybe it was just easier for people if you broke it down. But I have to keep switching the pages around. And then when you go in reverse, it goes 2C, 2B, 2A. And I get confused. And I don't know. So I'm having some trouble wrapping my mind around that. That being said, this is a very clear pattern if you don't get confused like I do. And I'm really enjoying knitting it. And I cannot wait to see how it turns out. And just one second. Lily, I can hear you.
You're too loud, honey.
Too loud. Sorry.
Summertime.
It is what it is. So that's the one thing on the needles. And then, of course, again, I have my Jared Flood,
Any
which
love this
got absolutely no love from me this week because catkin is taking up all of my time. So I still am working on the edging. I'm using my Addy Clicks. I'm going to try out the lace. I've tried the Addy Clicks now in sock weight, worsted weight, and this is my lace. Lily! I think if I have to speak to you again, you need to go outside. So, sorry. So yeah, no love on that. Those are the 2 things that I actually have on the needles. And then I showed you the featherweight cardigan last week, and in my head I'm still debating whether I'm going to rip that all the way out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's going to be huge. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know. And it has that hole in it that I can repair, but then I was like, I could just rip it back, and then I wouldn't have to repair the hole. I could just knit it over again. But then I was thinking, am I really going to knit that again? Probably not. And then I just have all this lace weight, so I don't know. Maybe I'll put a poll up on the group. I don't know what to do about
certainly
it.
use the lace elsewhere.
I mean, I totally would use the lace elsewhere. I think I might rip it back because I'm excited for projects that I have planned on, and the featherweight cardigan, honestly, is not one of them right now. So I have other lace I could use for that, too, that I might like the color better.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for me on the needles, on the dance card, I mean. Not much.
Well, I was hoping to get my Mountain Ash finished, and I unfortunately did not. But I am very close that there should be no reason not to get it done by next week. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 repeats left.
I like these.
I'm in the single digits. Oh, I got those from a swap.
Those are cool.
And the reason this is this way is because I was knitting along and it's become such a routine that I forgot. The very last knit row on the pattern, you have to knit 2 of the shawl stitches together with one of the edge, and I was forgetting that.
Oh, so
I ended up, I had to remind myself, and then I had to fudge along the way because I didn't rip out, but instead what I did is instead of, you're supposed to knit them at the bottom ridge here, because that's where it ends. So when I realized what I did, I knit 1 here and then 1 here. Instead of doing 2 in 1 repeat, I did 2 in 1 repeat. So anyway.
Nice on-the-fly recovery.
This is what it's looking like so far.
Oh, it looks so nice.
I think that's the back side,
I can't wait
actually.
to see it blocked. Yes,
it
is the back side.
Not that it really...
I would not want to be wearing this today, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
So nice.
But this is going to be great for, like, air conditioning and winter.
I am totally going to make one of these. I love this.
Yeah, I am eating up the balls of yarn that there's no way I can make another one.
I know, but I can make one.
Oh, I know. I'm just
What is it made out of again?
A DK weight alpaca. This happens to be alpaca.
Okay, because you know what I have? I have Ultra Alpaca Light. Barocco Ultra Alpaca Light. Which
You need at least
50K
1,000 yards.
I have 2 bags of it that I got.
Okay.
I am totally making this!
It's nice. It's going to be really nice and toasty warm.
Yeah.
And it's
I like
big,
it.
which I like. Pardon me as I hit you in the face. As you can see, I have not woven in the ends, obviously. I like to wait. I'll weave in the ends, and then I'll block it, and then I'll snip the ends. That's how I do it. That way, if
That's
it
what I do
stretches-
too.
But it also is going to help me count how many balls I actually used, although I have been keeping the bands. But so this is by Kate Gagnon Osborne. It's done on US size 6, 4 millimeters. Debbie Bliss Alpaca Silk DK. E-Crew colorway.
And I just realized I didn't tell you any of that information about my projects, but you will see them on the handy dandy project notes that Sheila's going to do after the show is recorded.
Hopefully earlier than last week. My Soroyan didn't see any love. That I'll be doing more when the Mountain Ash shawl is done.
She was really powering on the Mountain
I really
Ash.
was, because I really was hoping to get it done for you guys this week, but to no avail. I realized that I've been working on it for 2 weeks. Sorry, I dropped a piece of paper. I wanted to see what it was. But yesterday I was out and about, and this is my next project on the needles, is Spring Forward by Linda Welch.
I love that.
This is by
Our
Linda
camera
Welch
does
on
not
US
do this yarn justice. It's so pretty.
US 1.5 needles, Sock Pixie Vegan yarn. You can see the pattern a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little tight, and sometimes my ankles swell when I have too much salt. And so, yeah, it wasn't fitting over my foot yesterday when I tried it on, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do.
Does it fit over my foot?
It probably will, because I have wider feet than you.
Oh my god. You have wide feet! I never noticed you have hobbit feet.
Hey!
Well, they're not hairy. They're just really, look how wide they are.
Well, they're not going to see that.
Well, I'm looking. Dude.
Sorry.
Man. Wow. What
Look at
size
that
shoe
one.
do you wear?
I wear about an 8.5, 9. You just got narrow feet. My feet are normal. Yours are too skinny.
Medium.
Skinny.
I don't think so.
So,
Hey, let me see.
and just so you know, the reason why we know we have wide feet is because in my household, we cannot wear shoes in the house. See, it's even tight for
It's
you.
tight
huh?
on me too, yeah.
Yeah, so I have honestly been debating about not continuing, but she keeps telling me to continue. But now that she even has a hard time
Yeah,
putting,
that is a tight
I may not. This may just have to be a 72 stitch stockinette type of sock yarn,
that
because it's cotton.
yeah.
There's not much give to
There's
it. I
not
mean,
a lot of give.
the lacy pattern's giving it some give.
I
but
hate you to stop knitting it because it's so
it
pretty.
is, but I mean, I can cast on and it will still be pretty. I mean, doesn't that look like that would fit? I mean, really.
You keep going over that.
So, all right, poll time. Should I rip it out or should I continue? That's you guys' job. Rip it out, frog it, or continue. Let me know. But I'll tell you right now, until I finish the Mountain Ash, unless I'm traveling, this is kind of like my car project, small project, because it's really simple, easy, somewhat mindless. You can read the pattern really easily. But maybe it needs to be a stockinette stitch, so we'll see. So next on our on our agenda is Rate Your Date, and I'm gonna go because I got nothing.
That was me last week. Honestly, though,
Zero.
I got nothing knitting-wise, but I did make something. Now, I'm going to just warn you. People were asking me maybe to do a tutorial on Plurk or whatever, saying I should do a tutorial. I bought a packet of 5 remnants at Joann Fabric. It came tied together with a little ribbon that matched, whatever. It was like $10, but it was 40% off, so I think I got it for like $6. I don't know. Anyway, I decided I needed to make a needle organizer for my knit picks because that plastic case that they come with the little pockets, every time it tips upside down, everything falls out, and then there are, I don't know why, there are holes in the edges of the bag, and then they fall out the holes.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's like, I should have brought it. It's the worst designed pouch ever known to man, and none of my stuff stays in. What are you doing? Oh.
Picking myself.
Oh, man!
Sorry. I was just doing it.
To show you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So anyway, I dragged out my sewing machine, which is like almost as old as I am. My mother gave it to me. Are you okay? Good thing this is red.
My blood did not get on your
blood on my
project.
bag. Good thing it's red.
I was just.
Anyway, that looks better. Anyway, so I bought this thing and I got it out and I bought some batting and I basically just like eyeballed it. So I'll show you. This is my needle roll. And I'll show you the nice part before I show you the unlovely.
Oh, I didn't. You can't.
Dude, after all that.
I didn't think about it. Sorry.
There.
All right, there you go. That's a good idea.
Okay, now I'm going to hurt myself.
No, you won't.
All right.
It's only me.
This is the main. Oops. I put snaps on it. I forgot. There you go. You can see it's kind of wrinkled, but this is the main thing. All the needles go down on this bottom part. And then I made 2 big pockets that the plastic things can go in if I want to, or just random. And then there's another big pocket here that I could put other stuff in. And then a thinner pocket where I will probably end up putting one of my big metal gauge things.
Oh, yeah.
I have it in one of my other, I have to locate it. I love the material. It's this geisha material. This is why I picked out the packet. Because I thought it was just really super cute.
Pretty.
And it had 5 different pieces of different cloth that were all red and white.
Oh.
That I think I have 2 more of the white pieces left, one of which I used to sew. So anyway, what I do, this is the thing. It's crooked. You'll see, if I show you up close, you'll see that it's crooked and random. And that's because I just sewed it freehand. I did kind of eyeball how big the needles needed to be in the pockets because I didn't want them to dump out, obviously. But I didn't measure. This is how big the remnant was, pretty much. I just used 1 remnant down, piece of batting, another remnant with all the stuff sewed on it. The pockets were made by cutting this remnant in half and then doubling it over with batting in between. And I did 2 separate pockets, the lower one and the upper one. And I sewed those onto this piece of cloth before I sewed the whole thing together into a bag and then stuffed it. So it bends down.
For me.
It was really easy, but a lot of my tutorial will be like, just randomly bend this and do it.
See,
I did it snaps
so that they stay in place.
Yep.
And
And this is because, I'll tell you, I did the snaps because I did this whole thing up. I was all excited, and then I realized I had no way to close it. And I was like, uh-oh. And normally I would have sewed straps onto it or something while I was doing it, but I didn't think ahead because this is what happens when you're randomly having. So then I just folded up, and I bought some unlovely giant snaps, and I put them on ribbon and snapped that. It's not easy to do.
Should have done magnets, maybe.
Yeah, magnets would have been good.
And this is what
I'm not finished with this yet.
Pricked my finger on because
She pinned it.
We're trying to figure out how to keep the nice
I'm
little
probably gonna make these into little tabs
to cover up
the edges, or I might also put a decorative button on there. I don't know. But anyway, what I'm going to show you about this is, no matter what I do with this, the needles don't fly out into my suitcase.
Portable. I mean, that's
I know.
Nice.
I kind of love
the size
it.
of a hardcover book.
Yeah, I really love it. This is perfect. It works for me. And I'm going to tell you, I looked on Etsy, and a lot of people have some really nice ones.
Trash day. Sorry.
Every Wednesday. A lot of people have really nice ones for sale, and they range between $20 to $90. But most of them fall within the $40 to $60 range. Now, I paid, like $55 for my Knit Picks set.
Oh, okay.
And I just could not justify to myself spending that much for a bag for them. Mm-hmm. And also, although if I had seen one that I totally loved, I would have totally been unable to resist and I would have bought it. But I just didn't see anything I totally loved. And I also knew in the back of my head, I made a needle roll similar to this for my straights that I never use anymore. So I knew I could make one. And but I get now why they're charging $40 to $60 because this took me 2 hours, and you have a plan. Like, I can't imagine having to make these in multiples. I was gonna do another one. I even went to Joann and got some cloth almost, and then I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm done. I have one. I'm done. So yes, this is it.
Can I just interrupt for one?
Yeah.
I'm not interrupt. Are you done? Sorry.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. This is my only finished project.
I don't know if anyone saw. I looked over there, and our trash was picking up, and it says North Side Karting.
Yeah.
But I read karting real quick as catering, and I'm like, what? Oh, okay.
Catering. I almost spit my mouth out. I don't think I want to eat at a catered event by those people.
Hey, you know how sometimes a word doesn't look? It was
Yes.
like, I'm like, no, it's like, what? Oh, okay. Really
Yum.
like, why is a catering company picking up our trash?
Now you know.
Somebody who cooks stuff for you.
The
for
peanut
parties.
gallery.
Yeah, sorry.
What does that mean? All right. So yeah, that was my only finished object, and I'm gonna rate that. Don't try this at home, kids, unless you have a pattern, because it was really. You know, the good thing is that all you needed for this, for my version anyway, was your machine to be able to go forward and backward. I didn't use any fancy
Yeah,
stitches.
that's about all my machine is capable of. No, actually, my machine is capable of more. I am only capable of going forwards.
Well, when
with my machine.
I hadn't used my machine in 2 or 3 years, and at first I got it all pinned up, and I was ready to go, and I couldn't find any thread. And then I found one spool of like cream-colored thread, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going for it."
Could have been black.
Well, I had black coat thread for some reason on the bob, and I had to unwind it all. That took forever. But yeah, this is why I don't sew all.
I want to say the Stitch and Bitch book, the original Stitch and Bitch book, has a tutorial on how to do that. Oh, better yet, no, I know who does. I'll get the book in a minute. I know exactly where it is. They have a tutorial on how to do something like that.
It's not difficult.
I mean, you're
if
basically...
you think ahead. Like, I might write up a little, like, diagram tutorial where I just tell you how I put it together. But there won't be things like, I don't know, measurements or any of that technical stuff on there, because I totally just winged it. Because I only needed it to be good enough for me, not for, like, nice people out there that would buy a product from me.
I could be wrong on the Stitch.
So God bless you
one.
if you are out there making these, because it was a pain in my hiney.
But I know for a fact that the sweater workbook does have one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She's
because
looking for it.
I don't know, has anyone ever seen this book?
I've heard of it.
It's really good. I've learned how to do a lot of things, and it makes this funky thing that I had, and I noticed that my pictures, and I know
I'm cracking up right now because she's learned so much from the sweater workshop, and yet has never actually made an adult-sized sweater.
No, but you do the sweater sampler. A side tangent, sorry. But I did this, and it's really fun to do.
Oh,
It's like you can make it into like one of those bag holders. It tells you how to do all sorts. I'll have to review this another time.
yeah, I'm like, whoa!
I know, but it's really fun. But I'm looking for a needle holder.
Not on the show now.
I'm sorry.
She loves this book. If
I
only
really
she would
do.
make an actual
I
sweater.
can tell you what sweater I want to make.
Yeah, I know. You need to make one. Well, while Sheila looks for that, oh, there we go.
Something very similar to it, and I don't want to go into copyright infringement or something.
But it has a diagram and it gives you directions, and you could easily modify that by adding 2 pockets like I did instead of 1. I knew that I needed some big pockets for the end cap things and the cords and stuff like that. And
here's a picture of what it does. What it
yeah,
looks like.
and on her instructions, she sews the ribbon in while she's constructing it, so there's no need for like snaps. And I lost all the feeling in the tip of my thumb from sewing those freaking straps on.
That's
it was
funny.
bad.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry
so anyway,
for a tangent.
it's a little side tangent.
Side tangent.
Surprise!
Sorry.
You never know what's going to happen on Knit One Heart 2. Whoa.
And I shook the
that
camera
That
too.
was not an earthquake. All right. So we're moving on now to future dates.
Apparently my Christmas list.
And you go. Future dates.
Okay, so we're still planning on doing the Iris Mystery Shawl by Natasha Vogel of Crazy Kitty.
Yes, that starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow. The first clue comes out tomorrow. I'm still not sure how we're getting it.
I read on the group because I was like, I need to know more about this because, first of all, I somehow, after talking about it on last week's show, even though we said it was in a week, I decided that it was last Thursday, and so all day Thursday I was waiting for the pattern. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, that's next week. So, I was reading to find out how I was going to get the pattern. And apparently, she has a list of everybody, and she's going to send it to us by PM on Ravelry.
Okay.
This is going to take her freaking forever, but...
So, I'm working tonight.
I just used the word freaking twice in like 2 minutes. What's going on?
Because we mentioned it earlier.
Sorry.
So, I'm working tonight, and I'm hoping to... What do I have? 8 patterns? Yeah, I'm not going to finish it. I'm only able to do 5 or 6 repeats maximum. So maybe I'll have to work a little bit more today on my Mountain Ash. But I want to get that done before I even think about casting that on.
No, I'm going to be doing it in tandem because a catkin...
Well, you're almost done.
I'm almost done. Well, I have like 20 more rows.
What's the chart look like? You don't have it?
The chart's not bad, but I cannot wait to cast on the mystery thing. I like the mystery thing because you just have to do a chunk and then you stop until the next week.
True.
And so it gives me I don't feel like I have to keep working on it, and I'm enjoying Catkin a lot, but it's a pretty intense color chart thing, and I don't know. I'm just looking forward to having something that's finite to work on. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
Yep.
And then my next thing in future dates, I'm trying to cue it up now, sorry.
Okay.
Is I've been doing a lot of shawls, and we have the one coming up. So I'm going to actually do a sweater, but not a full sweater. I know.
Oh, and it's not an adult sweater yet.
No.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to do the scrappy, socky, stripy cardi. But I'm not going to do it in sock yarn. I'm going to do it in a worsted weight mystery yarn that was given to me from a yard sale purchase by my stepfather. Hi, Joe.
And we think it might be...
We think it's Wool Ease. Lion Brand's Wool Ease. It feels like it.
Yeah.
Because I have some of this up in my stash.
It does feel like a wool blend.
And I'll have to do the JD burn test.
All right.
Over the sink. And to see, because I want this washable. I'll probably do a little... I think that should be enough, right?
Yes. I think so.
So, and I have a stripe one. Maybe I'll do... No, I don't know. We'll see. I have another striped version of the yarn that... I'm sorry. We'll figure out. But I think I'm going to do it in this. This is like a light pinkish purple.
Yeah.
You're the color. You're the
like
color.
mulberry.
Yeah.
When I see that, I think of mulberry.
So
it's pretty. It's a purpley red.
So I had made a sweater
purple.
for my coworker, and she requested I make a larger sweater. And it was the Maylee sweater, which I loved. I just don't want to deal with those sleeves again because the way that it's a nightmare. So I'm going to
do something else.
Well, I'm going to do the same sweater and just add a little bit of the detail. I mean, it was simple enough. It was like a little flower, open flower chart. And so that will be probably in the next week or two. I think I'm going to cast that on.
Cool.
And I think that's it for my future dates.
I told you my future date last week was going to be the featherweight cardigan, but I'm backing off. I think I'm probably going to rip it out. The only thing that I know about, I haven't really thought about what I would do beside that because I know that I'm going to be pretty much dealing with the Jared Flood shawl, Rock Island, and the Catkin, and the mystery shawl. But I think after I get those 3 done, I showed you last week my new pattern that Sheila got me, Surya. It's a lace pattern. I might put that on the needles because I'm really interested to see how that's going to knit up. I might do that with my wool mice. I might try to do that with my wool mice.
You know what?
I don't know. That's never going to happen. Why am I even talking about it?
I said I was going to let you guys vote. I've already voted. It's done.
She's ripping it out.
I've already found another mistake. No.
2 years you've been waiting to do it.
The pattern is perfect. It has nothing to do with the pattern. The pattern and the yarn just don't go together.
Okay.
I've been having a hard time with this yarn all along. So, sorry, no vote.
No, she's just going to rip it back.
You can see me rip it back, though.
Oh, you just dropped your skein.
Yeah, I'll have to get it when we talk about
it. All right. So anyway, I don't really have much other than to mention again, Knitting's My Bag is doing a podcaster challenge. I noticed on Plurk a few more people joined.
Yay.
I think it's going to be lots of fun. If you're a podcaster, I really encourage you to join in. We're not all going to knit the same thing. We're all just going to work on the same type of technique. So
we don't even know what the technique's going to be.
I'm kind of excited to, it could be random.
I'm wondering if it could be different techniques per podcaster.
I don't know.
No, I don't think, I think they're going to keep it one technique, so it could be Intarsia. Who knows?
And it's not going to be a huge project. It's going to be something manageable. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. So that's coming in September? Is it?
Yeah, she's away for the summer, so it's not going to be for a little bit. And,
that's right.
Some of the podcasters asked her to do it in the fall because they had some other summer commitments.
So it'll be fun. It's what I'm going to look forward to when I go. When September comes and the kids are in school and I have more time to focus on knitting. So that's it for my future dates, crushes and heartbreaks.
Well, since you have that for your crush and I have that for my crush, why don't we...
I'll just start and then you can do
Well, let me just do this first.
Oh, what? Oh.
The thank you.
Oh, I was going to do that for Baubles and Wine.
Oh, all right. All right, that's fine. Sorry.
Did you not read the show notes?
I did, but apparently not well enough.
Okay, well... I'm just going to start out by saying that Lynn Zim on Ravelry, LYNNZIMM, is a part of something called the Denver Oysters Make-A-Wish fundraiser, which she's running from her blog. You can donate to her fundraiser, or you can also donate by buying the My Wish shawl pattern by Laura Linneman
of the Knit Girls.
If you buy the pattern through Ravelry, it's $5, and a portion of that will go to Make-A-Wish. Whatever is left over after Ravelry and PayPal take their fees out. If you donate directly from Lynn Zim's blog, which there's a link to it on the pattern page for My Wish shawl, that all the money will go directly to the foundation instead of without anything taken out.
This is the pattern from Laura Linneman, My Wish.
So I highly encourage anybody out there to do that, and Lynn is running a contest for people who do donate through her blog.
And her blog is called The Knitting Athlete. Knitting Triathlete.
Knitting Triathlete.
And you can reach that at knittingtriathlete.blogspot.com. And the instructions on how to donate are on her blog.
Yes, and it's very easy. You pay by credit card, and 100% of what you pay will go to the charity. So I offered to, because Sheila's going to talk about it more, but Make-A-Wish is a really important foundation to me because of her son Zachary. So I donated a pattern. I'm going to allow the winner of my prize to pick any pattern, $10 or less, on Ravelry, and I will gift it to them. That's going to be my donated prize. And Sheila is also donating a prize.
I am donating a prize. I'm going to donate this Wool Mize 80-20 twin skein of yarn. It's Aquarius colorway, and really this is not doing it justice, and I tried to take a picture of it. That might be a little bit better.
It's really a gorgeous aquamarine
It's
color.
really pretty, and the reason I picked this, a couple different reasons. Okay, so the backstory is my youngest, everyone knows, has medical issues. He got a wish granted about 4 years ago.
It's in the backyard.
And it is. It's a castle place. It's got swing, slide, climbing.
2 stories.
It's 2 stories. It looks like a top of a castle.
Like a tower, a castle tower. It's got the crenellations and
and it's got a fireman's pole. It's got benches. It's really, really nice. And
a drawbridge.
That
like
doesn't
the
go
door.
up.
No, but it's like it's styled like.
I know, but all the kids try and pull it up. It doesn't go up. So I just want to clarify a few things. You can read all about the Make-A-Wish Foundation at wish.org. I just want to clarify some things that have been aggravating me. It is not for terminal kids. It is for life-threatening medical conditions. It can be for terminal,
it could
but it is not
being
just
terminal.
And a couple of podcasters have mentioned that it's for terminal kids. It's not just for terminal kids.
It's for
My
very seriously
son has
ill
had
children.
several life-threatening medical conditions, and I don't want anyone to think that he is terminal.
He's never been terminal.
Well, no.
No.
There's been some times that we've.
It's been very serious.
Well, no, there's been times that we've been very close, but that was when he was younger.
Yeah, but it doesn't just. It's not just for kids.
No, it's not just for terminal.
It's for kids who are seriously ill.
It was still for life-threatening medical conditions, and he's got several. So we got a wish granted when he was almost 4, And it's a great organization, and I will be sharing my story. He was almost 4. Actually, so he's going to be 4 years ago. This very weekend or next weekend, we got his wish granted. And I'll be sharing my story with Lynn Zim on her blog site.
Yeah.
So I just felt, when I heard about it, I felt that, A, I needed to support it by buying the pattern because I really do enjoy Laura Linneman's patterns. I wanted to support it because it's Make-A-Wish Foundation. And as a matter of fact, I meant to look for it. Zachary they send out these flyers for people to donate, like, hey, here's a flyer, can you donate? For usually past donations, like, don't forget to donate again this year. His picture was used. I'll have to find that next week.
That's because he's awesome cute.
I think so, but, I'm
He's
biased. Cute. So it's really important to me to spread the news, and I'll probably be mentioning it every week. So if you get sick of it, I'm sorry, but it's really important to us to spread the news. So if you want to donate to get the pattern, it's $5 for the pattern. If you donate $10, you get 1 entry into her prize list, which she put them up, and there's almost 30 prizes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You can find it again at it's knittingtriathlete.blogspot.com. I'll link it in the show notes. For every $10 you get or donate, you get 1 entry for the prize. And then there's, I guess Leslie from the Knit Girls is doing your own sock, and you have to donate at least a minimum of 30 for that one, I think. I'm not exactly sure. All of it's listed on the show notes, on the blog that she has.
And you might hear it on some other podcasts.
Yeah, Karen from Round the Twist and the Knit Girls I know are talking about it.
Doing it.
I don't know anybody else, but I will be talking about it. I will have this little baby in my hands until the winner is announced, because to save postage, I'll just mail it out from here.
Yep. And when I get the winner of my prize, I will just gift you whatever pattern you choose. You just have to PM me. I'll gift it to you in Ravelry.
The reason I picked this color is because it's the closest to green that I have. And the reason I like green is, I don't know if you see me wear this every week. This is Don Vita. These are those bracelets. This is for organ donation.
Green is for organ donation.
Green is for organ donation. It's for a few other things, but that's why I wear it. So you see this every week. I don't take it off, actually.
But Make-A-Wish is awesome.
It is. They do so many different things, from trips to Florida, somebody meeting stars. I'm sure you've seen them on shows where people have met, like Duff from Ace of Cakes, and all sorts of things. It's for kids, who've gone through a lot.
And they really deserve something bright in their life.
And the reason why we chose the castle was not just for Zachary, but for my other son as well. And the kids love it.
Yeah.
We have water balloon fights.
In fact, our friend Diane and Oz's children call her older son Castle Max.
Oh, really? Oh, because we have a couple of
Because there's another friend who has a son named Max, and they differentiate, and there's Baby Max and Castle Max.
Oh, Baby Max isn't very baby anymore.
No, he's all grown up now, but to them, he's a baby.
I know.
So, yeah, Castle Max.
Please check out her site, again, knittingtriathlete.blogspot.com, and I will have it posted on our show notes, and it will, like I said, be there for a couple of weeks. She doesn't actually do it, I think, until August.
Yeah, it's August. I think August is when
it's the Denver Oyster run.
Denver Oyster Make-A-Wish fundraiser.
Yeah, and I guess it's like a scavenger hunt on bikes.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. I wish I could do that. That would be fun.
So that's my crush and for my crushes and heartbreak.
Me too. I don't have anything else.
Right here live.
Live on Knit One Heart 2 podcast.
So sorry that took a little bit longer.
So Baubles and Bling.
Baubles and Bling. I got a couple, but you can go first.
I'll go.
Since you're supposed to be going
first. Oh, I'm going first?
Okay,
yeah. This was a banner week for me.
Sorry.
I'm going to start crying again, but I'm going to try not to. Couple people, so nice, sent me patterns. I had a really bad week last week, as you all know if you watched last week's podcast. This really cheered me up. Like, who are these people out in the world who just do nice for somebody that they don't even know?
Knitters.
I know. It just touches me. So anyway, I got 2 patterns. The first one is called the Textural Healing Shawl.
I got textural one of those. Everybody can use a textural healing shawl.
I think it's really gorgeous. It has a knit-on picot edging, which I used on Isolde's Liesel sweater.
Oh, yeah.
I did that edging. It's a fun edging. So I'm looking forward to knitting this. This was from Knittables. Hi, Knittables.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, wasn't that sweet? Knittables sent this to me, and she has her podcast, an audio podcast.
She's in Colorado, but originally from New England.
Yeah, she's
I like
really
listening
sweet.
to her.
I do too. And she sent me this, and thank you. That was so sweet. So if you have a chance and you're watching me right now, check out Knittables' podcast too, because obviously she's really nice. And a fine example of what a knitter should be. And then I also got one from Candyland, and this is the Candyland on Ravelry, not Candyland the game.
Her name is
Candy, but her Ravelry name is Candyland. She sent me, and this is gorgeous, the Weekend Shawl by Ann Kuo-Lukito from Crafty Diversions. And I absolutely love this. And Candyland, thank you. This is so... I don't deserve people being so nice to me. That's how I feel, but thank you. It really touched me.
And at that note, Candyland also sent me a pattern, and it's called the Citizen Shawl.
Which is also gorgeous.
It's definitely my style, and I appreciate it. It's by Liz Abenante, who's also the designer. No.
Not Multnomah?
No. That's
Traveling
somebody
Woman? I'm just throwing out patterns
now.
Soroyan.
Which I'm doing right now.
What is wrong with me?
I don't know.
I have Tourette's. Pattern Tourette's. I'm sorry if you have real Tourette's.
She might have done the Traveling Woman. I don't remember. I could look through my show notes.
Just because I blurted it out doesn't mean it's true. I don't know what was going on there.
It's definitely not Multnomah. I know that one.
That's right.
Yeah,
yes,
that's a whole other different
story.
So, thank you, Candy. We really, really do.
You guys, that was so awesome. We're gonna have to pay it forward.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm coming up with some ideas.
Oh, that's a traveling sweater. Sorry. Looking through my show notes.
Yeah, I had diarrhea of the mouth. Just ignore me. I don't know what I was saying.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I didn't start doing these until episode 3.
Yeah.
Traveling Woman was already done.
Yeah, because you did Traveling Woman. I don't know. I'm sure I'm thinking of it because of Soroyan, because you've been talking about Soroyan for weeks, and I keep hearing her name. And
months. We're going on months now. You talk about your sweater. I think my Soroyan has been months. I am going to have
a frenzy of ripping this weekend. I am going to rip out.
I don't have enough to do that.
I'm ripping out all my socks that are on the needles right now because I am never going to finish them. And Mom, you'll be getting some sock yarn from a couple of those because I know I'm never going to use that sock yarn.
Oh yeah, what in particular? Just out of curiosity.
Some gray sock yarn that I have that I don't particularly like the twist.
Oh, okay. We're not mentioning it.
Not mentioning the because the base is wonderful and it's a perfectly lovely sock yarn.
She's really particular about her twist.
And I love this yarn.
Like in all honesty, she would never knit with this.
No. Never. No. I don't even want that. I've touched it now and it's not bad, but I wouldn't even want to touch it. Don't make fun of me.
I am, because I can't help but remembering when we were at the
I wish you had filmed
that too. That was so funny.
They made me touch this like raw silk that wasn't soft.
It was
squeaky. Made me scream. It was so bad.
It was squeaky.
Just talking about it is making my hands feel bad.
Okay.
Don't talk about it. So gossip and innuendo.
No, I still have one more bottle on bling.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
So we were at the mall yesterday.
One of the malls.
One of the many malls.
We have a lot of malls in Massachusetts.
I guess she's heard of this. Lush.
Yes.
Fresh handmade cosmetics.
Yes. Oh God, the bag smells so good.
Yeah, because I also got a couple of free samples. So,
can I see the samples?
Yeah, they're nothing big. So I have an acne problem. You can't see it, which I'm very happy, but it's bumps. It's not like, the
It's
bumps.
Like under the skin. It's not erupted, or it's under the skin.
So I had asked her, we went in there, all three of us, me and my two boys, got a little spa treatment on our hands and on our arms. It was really kind of nice. And so I bought this soap that is specifically for, and it looks kind of weird.
It looks like spam. Like right out of the can. It looks like spam.
It is Fresh Pharmacy Face Soap. It's got chamomile, lavender, and tea tree.
Tea tree oil is the bomb
for problem skin. Well, that's what she said, which I have tea tree. So it's just this really bland-looking soap. I mean, it's got nothing.
You can't see from the lighting, but it looks like spam. Like imagine. I know it smells so good.
So they cut it from a block and it goes for $44 a pound.
Wow.
I did not get a pound. And actually, it's probably one of the most expensive things I've ever bought.
But I bet
for
it will
my
work
face.
really well.
I'm hoping. I haven't tried it yet. And
Tea tree oil is. I have some tea tree oil face pads that I got
that's
from
what you
Trader Joe's.
recommended to
That
me,
sounds awesome.
and I've been using it, but I think I need a little bit more. And I'm also on medication for my face.
Because I know the pores in my nose like practically disappeared when I was using tea tree oil regularly. It cleans
I'll
it
have to
really
do that
well.
for someone else in my family.
She got some samples too.
I got some samples they gave me, and I'll explain.
Grease Lightning.
Grease Lightning is similar to like benzoyl, like the acne cream that you put on to break out. So they gave me a tiny. You're not even gonna see this. I mean, it's so tiny.
You can barely see it.
There it is. Sample of it, and then sea salt scrub,
Ocean
salt scrub, for like a little scrub. You can still. She gave me more of this than the other thing. Little samples to try, so I'm gonna try them. I mean, to do the whole kit and caboodle it would be like 50 some odd bucks. It's really expensive.
It's expensive. I know, like maybe 10 years ago, they didn't have stores all over like they do now. My husband used to get it for me when he was in San Francisco. I love their stuff. Smells so good.
It really does. My receipt.
I didn't know we had a Lush store around here.
It's about a half an hour, 45 minutes away. We went down and visited my sister-in-law too, and had dinner at your least favorite place.
Chili's?
No, Cheesecake Factory.
Oh no, I love Cheesecake
I know. Well,
Factory.
I meant for dieting. It's although they have some salads there that are under 600.
I read an article that says that it was the top 10 worst meals that you can buy at a restaurant for if you're health conscious, and like Cheesecake Factory was 8 of them.
Wow.
It was really bad. Stuff that you would normally think would be safe was really high in calories. But at least they have a menu now where it's under 600 or whatever. At least that, when you eat out, you are taking a chance anyway.
Yeah. Even if they say
even
it's
if
something,
they say,
it's not.
But at least that gives you some options. Like you're in the ballpark.
Well,
that's cool.
So we got a bunch of stuff. I couldn't even.
Do you remember that red velvet cheesecake?
I wasn't a big fan of that. We had cheesecake. What was it yesterday?
Good.
Pina colada cheesecake. Max really loved it.
I'm not a fan of pina coladas.
Oh, I love pina coladas, but this just.
Lily bought pina colada air freshener. Jim let her pick out the flavor. I'm like, do you really want the house smelling like an alcoholic beverage?
I make my boys virgin pina coladas instead of adding rum.
I'm just not a huge fan of pineapple and coconut together.
Yeah, we do. I do orange.
I mean, I'll drink them. I like the cocktail. I just am not it's not my favorite cocktail.
I got soap shavings all over me.
I know. It's like, all right. So
that's it for Bubbles and Blings.
Big week for us.
I know. Lush Times. Their catalog.
That's cute.
That
I know.
Good, but
the bag smells delicious. Gossip and Innuendo. I'm just going to say we have over 200 members on the Ravelry group.
Yay!
Which we were excited about, but Sheila's son is not going to be impressed until we go over 1,000.
No.
We told him, he's like, yeah, I'll be impressed when you go over 1,000.
So will I.
Good to know.
I'll be impressed too at that point.
I'm impressed at 200. I'm just really pleased. So if you've joined the group, thank you. And if you haven't, join us, because we have an enabling thread where you can learn how to buy a lot of stuff that you don't need.
Which I've been able to withstand.
Not me. I'm weak.
Nah.
I'm weak. I'm saving my pennies for a spinning wheel. And that's
a
lot of pennies.
It is a lot of pennies.
That's a lot of pennies. So I'm trying to convince my husband that I should get it before I lose 50 pounds. I'm like, while you're gone, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Clean the house.
Spin with my spinning wheel.
Yes. Yeah, Mom, don't call on Wednesday morning.
Mama.
She knows this.
Come on.
Every time. She's like, are you recording? Yes. Yes, I am. All right.
Hi, Mom.
So, 202 members.
Yay. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So that's pretty much it for our show, considering I thought
I have to mention one more
yes,
thing.
I'm sorry.
We just talked about this. Just talked about it while we were pressing the button. So the I-91 shop hop was last weekend, and hi, Melissa. I'm really sorry I couldn't go. It was like fate was against me going. We were planning to go as a family. We looked up the directions, and my husband and I came up with a few things in that area that we thought we might do. But the kids were low on sleep, and they were kind of cranky that morning, and there was frankly not... We were thinking maybe we'd drive down to Agawam and go to Six Flags or something, but we were like, yeah, it's not going to... That's too far, and it's going to make everybody crazy. And it was pouring down rain when we first got up, although the weather did get better later.
Yeah.
And so my husband said, the kids are crazy. I'm going to take the kids to the Children's Museum. And I said, ooh, I'll stay at home. I said, you know what, maybe I'll drive out there by myself. So he left me his car, and when I got in his car, it had a low tire sign. And I was like, that's it, I'm done. So I didn't get to go visit Melissa, and I'm really sad about that. But I hope that some other people went and had a great time. And I'm sure Melissa was doing an awesome demonstration. I wish I had seen it, but I didn't go. That's why there's nothing for me to report about this weekend. The good news is, when my mother is in town, we're going to try to check out a couple of yarn stores in Portland, Maine.
Mm.
So.
And I'm going to try and check out a yarn store in Waltham.
That's right.
Because it's near some of the doctor's appointments.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I have it. And so we'll see.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for this week.
That's it for this week.
For any new viewers, thanks for joining us, and I hope you come back.
Yes.
For returning viewers, thanks for coming back, and I hope you continue to come back. We can be found on Ravelry. We have our own group at Knit One Heart 2. Mm-hmm. We have a weight loss group thread.
And there is a button for our group right over here.
We did it this time.
There. I practiced at home. Sorry.
Also, show us your projects. We show you ours every week. I'd like to see yours. Somebody actually did the Spring Forward socks.
I know.
I forget her name. I'm sorry.
And they were gorgeous.
They were absolutely gorgeous. And I am definitely, maybe I'll look for another yarn and cast them on with a different yarn. That
I'm
yarn,
like rolling my eyes over
no,
here.
I really enjoyed the pattern. This yarn is just, as a matter of fact, even knitting and stockinette, it's going to become...
It's hard for me to give up the idea of those socks and this yarn because literally she has been talking about doing those socks with this yarn since I met her.
It's gorgeous colors. It's just, this yarn is not, it's...
You can't fight the yarn on a pattern like
so
that.
I will. Here's my promise to you.
Another internet promise.
I will look for another skein of yarn and cast those on.
Okay.
I will do that.
I'm going to hold you to it.
I am going to do it right now. Not right now, but...
right after we're done.
Yeah. If you're watching us on iTunes, thank you. Please leave at least a star rating and possibly a comment. We've gotten some great comments recently, and we like to say thank you to everybody.
You should rate every podcast.
Absolutely.
It's how the podcasts get raised up higher in the what's new and noteworthy section if they're new, or in the what's hot section if they're older. And that's how people who are out there looking at iTunes can find out about podcasts. So let's try to get all the knitting podcasts up in the top.
She wants to get rid of woodworking. So.
I don't know why. Woodworking is so popular. Come on. Knitting is way better than that.
If you're watching us on iTunes, you can read our show notes at knitoneheart2, TOO.blogspot.com.
We have links for everything.
We do. Most everything.
Anything that can be linked.
Well, no, not everything, because I don't link yarn.
Oh.
If I linked everything...
Sorry, I'm just talking out of my
hiney
again.
It would take too much. Anyone who does show notes understands what I'm talking about. If we do mention a yarn, I do tend to link it sometimes, but not every time. So, anyways, we are on Plurk as Knit One Heart 2.
We share the account.
Share an account. -S for me.
-W for me.
Sometimes you'll just get a dash for me. Sorry. I am also on Twitter as Knit One Heart 2. Tweet a little bit, very little. I'm getting more into it, but again, it's more for family.
I might open my own Twitter account.
Sure.
I might call myself Knit One Wendy. I will let you know.
Okay. I don't think you'll like it as much.
No.
No.
I might just make our Plurk account automatically go on Twitter.
Yeah, you could do that too. My uncle might not like that, but...
Well, but see, I'm going to do it on my...
all right, yeah. I can always change my name too. Sorry about that. You can reach us at Gmail at knit1heart2, TOO@gmail.com. I check it, if not every day, every other day.
Yes, if you're an independent crafter and you have a product you want us to show on the show,
let us know.
Let us know. We love to support the independent crafters, and when I do buy stuff, I try to buy from Etsy anyway, so that I can hopefully, show people the stuff that's out there.
And I think that's it.
That is it.
So have a great week.
Yes, have a great holiday weekend.
It's 4th of July in the U.S.
4th of July in the U.S.
Independence from UK. Sorry,
guys. Sorry, Gigi. Gigi in London. Sorry.
So have a great weekend. What are you doing?
I'm out of control.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I get punchy at the end.
Knit with heart.
Knit with heart. Bye.
Bye, guys.